everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's Rachel Ray here, and today, as promised, I'm going to share with you my chickens. This is my backyard in a little sectioned off area where my chickens live. They only live here for about a quarter of the year, and then we move them because obviously this isn't like we want to keep the grass. But anyway, this is their little house. James painted it. Can you tell? And I'm here to collect eggs and say hello, as I do every day. This little thing is the first run that we got, and we used to close up both ends of it. And inside there was like a nesting box, but now it's where I keep their food because I can lock it up at night. Hello. This girl, come here. Hi. This girl here is Patty. P-A-T-T-Y. This is Patty. Patsy is inside, just here. She hasn't been feeling well, or maybe she's been bullied, so she's kind of taking it easy, staying away from the crowd. Hi. This is my bold chicken. She likes to come say hello. Oh, the other one's coming too. That's Tina, because of Laura. Laura Law's Craft Corner said that chicken reminded her of Tina Turner. So that's Tina. This is Patty. Patty LaBelle. Or Patty Smith. Or any other Patty diva. Hi. And then my other chook, who's the leghorn, the beautiful one, we've decided to name her Whitney, after Whitney Houston, obviously. But she's laying an egg right now, so I'm going to share. I'm pretty sure she's laying an egg right now because I don't see her. Thank you, ladies, for letting me videotape you. I'm sorry you don't feel so good, Patsy. Patsy, come on, girl. She's all right. She's just slow going. You're not a morning person, are ya? She looks a little sickly, but anyway. I think she'll be okay, because Tina didn't look so good a few weeks ago either. And let's go see Whitney. Let's see if I can. So I hope you're enjoying watching a little footage of my chookies. There she is, laying her egg. I'm not going to freak her out, though. And I know it's kind of gross in there. James needs to clean that out. But anyway, they're doing their job. Eating, pooping, sleeping, and laying eggs. So, oh, and this is a miracle that it survived this long. So I thought I'd just share with you like a little tour, because you guys don't get to see it. This is our back garden. It's so pretty and green. And our polytunnel where we grow our vegetables. That's Beanity Mountain in the background. And where we grow some vegetables. That's our compost area. And then the chickens and our neighbor's yard. And then over there is the big mountain that I sent my husband up the other week. That's Canuck-na-Dubber. And yeah, that's our backyard. We also have these sheds. These are not ours. The roof fell off this winter. Or we took the roof off. And then we have an actual shed, one where, like a garage. But because we're renting, and due to some other factors, we can't make it what we want it to. Not yet, anyway. Maybe in a few years or something. Maybe this will be the year. But yeah, this is where we come out and relax in the evenings when it's nice, and it's such a beautiful day today. It almost sickens me to sit down and diamond paint, but I do want to catch up with you guys. So let's go inside and get diamond painting. Hey guys. All right, so welcome back. We are in my craft room and I'm hoping that you can see everything okay. I've opted for the wide angle because I've been working in these wide sections. I am currently working on the Daughter of Peace by Diamond Art Club. This is a square diamond painting and it's massive. I don't think it has the size on the bottom. And the top's all rolled up. I just wanted to say, well, I've got tons to say, so I'm gonna pick a color and just, but I'm gonna try to put in a picture right here so that you can see what she looks like in her fullness, because she's quite impressive, and I feel like me just showing you this section is, you know, obviously not going to do her justice. All you can see is her voluptuous hips. But that aside, yeah, loving square. Oh my goodness. I have missed square so much. Have you ever like missed a type of diamond painting? I have. And I love square AB. One moment, please. Okay, sorry about that. So fast forward like 5 minutes. Whenever my husband comes home and my dog Luna sees our car drive up, or any car drive up, she goes bananas. So yeah, I asked him to take her out. I am keeping my trash drills to the side here because there are some knobbly bits. This is an older version. This is from last summer, and so there are some with knobbly bits, but I just fish them out and use what I have. Anyway, I love this kit. This kit has so many colors in it. It's awesome. But let's see. So I just dropped a drill and I don't know where it went. I have been gone for a week, and I have to say that it was so needed. Like, I missed it, but I really just needed a few days to kind of unwind and let things kick in, get back to things that I've been putting off for a long time. So I thoroughly needed that little break. So thanks for all your patience. But over that, you know, short week, I realized I have a habit of putting a lot of pressure on myself, and the last few years I've been working on how to set boundaries with myself and with others, because I'm the kind of person that, well, not only am I gullible, but I want to do stuff for other people. Like, that's all I want to do, and it's my love language. It's just how I show my appreciation. And unfortunately, if I'm stretched too thin, it means that the people in my life don't get the attention that they deserve. So while I was away, I tried really hard not to go on social media, not to engage and, you know, post anything or do anything like that. And of course, you know, there were a few times where I failed. Like, I had to go say hi to some of my creative friends during their live streams and, you know, stuff like that. But for the most part, please don't feel offended. I couldn't make it to everyone's, but I did, you know, I was trying to stay away. But anyway, my point is that I get an awful lot of questions from people. I get an awful lot of questions, and I totally understand because I was there too. But there's been an influx of subscribers, and I see you. Thank you so much. I can't believe that we're nearing on 13,000 now, which is insane. But hi. One thing over the week that I've noticed is that a lot of younger people are subscribing to my channel, and I need to address this. very seriously. If you are under the age of 18, I am really, really sorry, but this kind of content is not aimed for you. And due to the way that YouTube is and how it works, I do not make crafts for children. My subject matter that I talk about in my life update videos and things like that are not meant for a younger audience. In fact, I don't think that they're meant for anyone younger than myself. I'm a 33-year-old woman, and the things that I talk about are not, no matter how mature you may think that you feel, they're not meant for your ears. I try to keep my videos as clean as possible because I do know that a lot of the people that I'm friends with have children, and they may be playing my video in the background or on their laptop or whatever around their children, so I don't curse on purpose. But that just because I don't talk about mature content in a Hollywood kind of way does not mean that I'm looking for younger subscribers. So I apologize in advance, but I'm going to have to ask you to find channels that are suitable. Mine is not suitable. I talk a lot about mental health and stuff like that, but I am not a psychologist. I am not a health professional, and I don't claim to be. Recently, in the last few days, I had been put under a bit of heat because of the way that I talk, and I don't apologize for stuff like that. I am who I am, and this is my YouTube channel where I talk about crafts. I do a lot of different crafts in my life, and I wanted a place to put them, and that's why I made my channel. So it's odd all of a sudden feeling like I can't be myself because someone on the internet is telling me that I can't. So to that person, I've already dealt with the issue, but just for future reference, like I don't really understand where that's coming from. And it's a little bit disheartening because other people who aren't me would probably get discouraged and stop. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop, but I am going to say that if you are under a certain age, you should not be watching my videos. They're meant for my friends and my family as well. And the fact that I've gained so many subscribers baffles me. I'm really grateful. I am. But it's still confusing me. So if you're a new subscriber, hi, thank you so much for being here and joining me on my craft journey. I hope you enjoy it here. And I'm sorry if you know, if you are a younger person who's watching my videos. I am a teacher as well. And when I'm able to be, I teach teenagers. And unfortunately, I understand the situation where we're all in lockdown. There's very little to do. And it's possible that some of you out there may have received a diamond painting as a gift, and suddenly you are looking online to see how to do things and all of that. Tutorials are fine. I totally understand. But what I don't understand, I don't understand the appeal. I don't understand why someone in their teenage years would want to watch this channel. But anyway, I digress. Before I go down into a black pit of despair and stuff with my own issues. The other thing, so in tandem with that is that I get asked a lot of questions every day. And so one of the things that I've had to do is actually make a routine, a schedule for myself so that I only do YouTube for a specific amount of time during the day because I have other things to do. You know, I have a household, I have a husband who needs my attention. And for a really long time, there you are. For a really long time, YouTube has taken over my life. I can say that I was addicted to watching YouTube, to being in every live stream possible. It's really fun. It is really fun, but it's really draining after a little while for me. Maybe not for others, but for me, that's how I felt. And so I now have business hours. So if you are, if you have a question and you message me outside of those hours, please understand that I'm a human, and I'm starting to do business hours now. I totally understand needing an immediate response for certain things, but that's what paramedics are for. While I was away, I did not answer any messages. So to those of you who waited for a response, thank you so much for your patience. I really, really appreciate that you gave me the time to come back to answer you. But it's YouTube that's different. Excuse me, I need a sip of this tea before it gets cold. It's just, how do I put this? I really enjoy making videos, and I've really enjoyed you know, unboxing diamond paintings from companies. I've enjoyed trying different crafts from different companies, and being a YouTuber is not easy. And so one of the things that I would highly suggest is if you're new to the craft and you have questions, that you join a community. So the one that I'm talking about now is the group Crafters Anonymous on Facebook. So if you don't know about Crafters Anonymous, there's a link down in the description box of this video. So if you click on the see more or the little arrow underneath the title or beside the title, it expands the little box. And I put all the links there to everything that's related to the video and related to myself and the group. So Crafters Anonymous with Mrs. Crochet and Coffee and Rachel Ray. It's actually Mrs. Coffee's group. I just got thrown in there because I didn't want to make my own group, and Mrs. Coffee is really kind. So we share that group. That's where people could chat with each other and they answer each other's questions. That's especially good when I'm not available. So I would highly, highly, highly recommend that you check out the group. Join us over there. We are sponsored. The group is sponsored by Diamond Art Club, not me as a YouTuber. The group is sponsored, which means that we have special codes and giveaways and contests and things like that. So it's quite exciting. And not only that, I mean, that's a bonus, but it's a group of really, really nice people, you know? And you don't have to be afraid to ask a question. Just go ahead, fire away. The one thing that I do ask that I'm going to say here, because I feel like it has to be said in a video to be understood and appreciated, is that the Facebook group is not customer support. Like, if you are having a problem with a specific company, then please go to that company and talk to them first. We want to keep everything lighthearted, especially right now, because everything is just so discombobulated right now for everybody. It doesn't matter who you are. You could be just like me, like a plain Jane, don't have any kids, don't have a job to really worry about. I feel like I'm in limbo right now. There's no moving up or down or sideways or whatever, or out of the house. But you know what I mean? Like, everybody's kind of feeling weird right now. all I ask is that you try to stay positive and that you've obviously followed the rules of the group. But we understand, you know, everybody's stressed out right now. The one thing that I don't want to stress out about personally in my own life is YouTube. And it has been a pretty big stress for me lately because of the pressure. There's a lot of pressure happening right now. The more subscribers you have, the, you know, more interesting your content needs to be, and the more, I don't know, on you need to be. But if you've been here for a while, especially if you've been here since the beginning, you know that I'm not a numbers girl. I'm not interested in the number of subscribers I have or get. It's not a race to me. I'm not a career YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? I make these videos because it connects me with people. I've made so many friends online through diamond painting and through this channel. I've really, really enjoyed it. And I would have been happy to stay at 100 subscribers forever. You know, like that was never an issue for me. Does it make me happy? Sure, it makes me happy, but it also stresses me out a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. And having the problems that I have, it just flares up every once in a while, and I just want to hide in a hole forever. Do you know what I mean? So, and I told you all that, you know, from the beginning, I'm blunt, I'm honest, I am not that kind of YouTuber. So it doesn't matter how many subscribers I get. I could have 1 million subscribers. That's not going to change who I am. You know what I mean? I would feel really weird. But you know, it is what it is, I guess. It's just I think people make assumptions, and, you know, they think that it's so good at the top or something, you know, weird like that. I am guilty of thinking that as well. And then, you know, it's not all that people want you to believe it is, I guess. I don't know how to put it. You know what I'm trying to say, right? Like, it comes with its own challenges, I guess is what I should say. It comes with its own challenges. So just know that, you know, it's not, I really, really don't want people to take away from this that I'm trying to rub it in. But that's the other thing, is every time I make a video now, I feel like I have to be careful what I say, because I might hurt someone's feelings, and I'm not, obviously I don't want to. So anyway, I'm not going to talk about that anymore. I just wanted to explain that in the future, if I do have to take a break, which is probably going to happen over the next few months because of everything that's happening in my life, I just want you to understand where I'm coming from. Anxiety sucks. And I'm doing the best I can. And I know that for you, for loyal followers of mine, you know me and you know why, and you don't need an explanation. And I understand that. But I do feel like I need to say it out loud because you deserve it. You deserve the information. Okay, so let's talk about how awesome it was to take a week off. So obviously the first thing that was happening was I was getting used to my new medication. And I have to say that it's awesome. I have taken it every day. I've not skipped any. You know, even like there was a day where I felt really, really bad and low, and like I was suffocating all the time. And that's when you know that, you know, I don't know, for me and whatever it is, I have not been diagnosed with anything except pretty serious depression. What do they call it? See, I've even forgotten. It's been so long since I've seen my doctor. That's the truth. That I was getting these crushing panic attacks again, and it gets to the point where if you don't have anxiety and you have no idea what I'm talking about, I could lay in bed with my eyes open and I could feel like someone was sitting on my chest, and I couldn't breathe and I couldn't get up and I couldn't understand why. And then I would cry, and then it was a big circle, you know, and the crying would make me feel worse. And then it felt like someone was stabbing me in the chest, you know, and like the deep breathing exercises and all that kind of stuff is where, you know, where you go when that kind of thing happens. But it's the cause of it. The cause of that kind of thing is the big black spiral that's in my brain. When I allow negative thoughts to take over, it's like my mind gets sucked down this drain of negativity and I can't crawl back out. I can't see the good stuff, you know? And it's like, I can tell myself until I'm blue in the face that I'm blessed and that I have nothing to complain about. And I know this, but my body responds because it doesn't listen to my brain. Does that make sense? So yeah, anyway, so one of the best things that I did over the week was I started listening to an audiobook because I love audiobooks. Why did I wait so long to listen to them? I do not know. I've been listening to an audiobook by Rachel Hollis called Girl Wash Your Face. It is, hands down, one of the best books ever. There are a few chapters that I've skipped because they don't relate to me, but each chapter of that book is like a lie I told myself, she calls it. A lie I told myself that isn't true, obviously, because it's a lie. And how to overcome that, how she overcame it. And just listening to her talk about how she struggled and how she was able to fight through it made me go, there is hope. Like, there are people out there who have dealt with this. And you can tell me your stories and, you know, how you overcame anxiety and everything. And I love reading them. I really do. But there's something about the way that she wrote this book, and she also narrated the audiobook. So it is her voice. And she has, you know, she's perfectly explaining with the right intonation, and she's speaking to you, you know, to you, the reader, as if you were her best friend. And if there was something that she could tell you from her experience, how to deal with it, oh my God. Like, it was the thing that I needed this week. I really, like, I might be the world's most cynical person when it comes to self-help books and all this stuff, but it spoke to me. It really did. So if you're struggling right now, which a lot of people have commented and said that they're finding this time to be really stressful, totally understand. I'm right there with you. Even though I have nothing to worry about or complain about, it still eats away at you. Please do me a favor and either download the Kindle book or the audiobook. I'm going to make sure that I link it. I'm actually going to write it down. Do I have a pen? Excuse me. Okay, I'll have the link down below. I've just written it down so that you can check it out, because it seriously, I mean, I just listen to it when I walk my dog, and it, honestly, the way that she's talking, it makes me feel like I have somebody that really understands. And so, yeah, highly recommend. Been reading that or listening to that. I've done a lot of gardening work. You're going to see something that was sent to me. Thank you so much. Something that was sent to me on Thursday or Friday. I don't know when that video is going to go up yet, but just to get my hands in the soil again felt so good, you know. So we've been doing a lot of that lately, and just relaxing, you know, like as in I'm not constantly checking Facebook comments. I'm not worrying about having to put in links and cards and, you know, all this stuff that's very YouTube centric. And my husband noticed a significant difference, you know, in my mood and just us being us. And so yeah, it was good. And I think I'm okay. I think I'm going to be okay for a bit. I think I can recognize and understand my struggles and what I need to do now going forward to fix that. But I really just needed some time to get back on my feet, and I enjoyed it. I'm going to stop. I promise I'm going to stop talking about that now. So one of the things that we did was we had a barbecue, and we lit up our fire pit, and it was so awesome. I don't know if you guys are allowed to do that where you live, but where I am, we can have small backyard fires, and we just had a tiny one, you know, and we have the pit is dug up so that, you know, it's not hurting any roots or anything. It's all protected, but it is just so nice to watch a fire. And oh gosh, it was really nice to turn on some music. We had burgers, and y'all, let's talk burgers. Okay, so sorry if you're vegetarian, but I'm going to talk about burgers. Do y'all, I'm originally from the South. I say y'all, you should know. I'm from Virginia originally, and I live in Ireland permanently. I'm a resident. I live here, and have done for many years. And maybe I don't say it right, but whatever. My thing is that I try to recreate dishes from my past, from my childhood, and I sometimes fail. But this time I won. I haven't made these in a really, really long time, but hold on one second. Okay. Sorry, husband came in. Podcast blaring. So one thing I hadn't made in some time was these burgers. And my grandma used to use a special seasoning packet. Now, do you know what I'm about to say? I think you do. If you're from Virginia or the Carolinas, you probably know about onion burgers, right? Onion burgers are made with this Lipton soup / dip packet. So how do I explain this? So you know how you can buy dip already made for your chips? If you're in the UK or Ireland or whatever, you probably buy yours in a jar, if you even use it at all. I'm like I've seen that nacho cheese and sour cream and onion dip is available, but the problem about Irish chips is that they all have flavors. It's hard to find just plain old salted chips, like crisps, right? And one of the things was, back in the day when I was a kid, you couldn't just buy your dip. Well, you could, but it would be so expensive. And we rode that struggle bus when I was growing up. So they had Lipton, you know, like Lipton tea. Lipton has these dip packets that you just pour sour cream into and it makes a dip. Well, the onion version is just like powdered onion flavoring with bits of dehydrated onion in it and a whole bunch of other little seasonings, you know? Oh my God. You mix that in, take some breadcrumbs, the seasoning packet, and an egg. It doesn't have to be the whole egg, just the egg yolk. You mix that up. Girl, I was in love. And you know what's the best part is that my husband finally understood what an onion burger was. I've been trying to recreate this for so long. And one of the benefits of having this week off was that I cleaned, y'all. I was like spring cleaning. I'm not done yet either, you know, but I was spring cleaning my house. I cleaned the door, like the front door. When's the last time you cleaned your front door? Like, except for all of you who are like OCD about cleaning, which you probably cleaned it yesterday. But you know what I'm saying? Like, these things that they fly under my radar all the time. A lot slides under my radar, to be fair. But, man, I was like, anyway, I loved the onion burgers. What else did we do? You know what I really want to do is Philly cheesesteaks. I know I can't make them as well as I would in Philly, but all right, I'm speaking to my American friends who are on the East Coast, because I don't know about y'all on the West Coast. Y'all have some really cool food over there, which I have never tried, and I really, really want to. Like In-N-Out Burger, oh my God. A real life White Castle, heck yeah. But no, do you remember in the early 2000s, every time you'd go to Home Depot, you'd smell the blissful, like mouth-wateringly delicious smell. My mouth is actually watering. Of Dominick's Philly cheesesteak. Like, even just thinking about it. So, I really wanted, like, obviously I can't get Philly cheesesteak here. Like, that doesn't exist here. But like we have like kebabs, you know, doner kebabs. So like lamb or thin slices of pork and stuff, you can get that. But what I did instead was I made like a Philly hot dog. So I got a sausage that was, it has cracked black pepper in it. It's really, really oniony and really, really peppery. And I got one of them with caramelized onions and mustard. Oh, you know how that feels. It is so delicious. I'm sorry. Every time I get onto YouTube, I'm talking about food. And no, I promise I'm not Rachel Ray. Like, I'm not the chef Rachel Ray. My nickname has always been Ray. It's just unfortunate that her popularity meant that our names are similar. We don't have the same last name. It's fine. But yeah, no. So I had a good time. I'm getting healthy, maintaining, you know, setting time limits for myself and trying to get organized about stuff and not feel overwhelmed about things because it's totally manageable. And it might sound like I'm lecturing to myself because I kind of am. But it'll be fine. And if it doesn't get done, if that thing that you're working on doesn't get done, then it doesn't get done that day, you know? But I think that I had been saying that to myself so often that I was just getting used to the fact that I wasn't getting anything done ever. And not pushing myself hard enough. And, you know, I can set goals for myself, you know, just because I married a non-goal oriented, how do I put this? Hold on. He is not goal orientated, meaning a 5-year plan means nothing to my husband. we like to live life without like boundaries. The thing about setting these kind of goals is that for him, if he doesn't reach that goal, then he feels like he's failed. And I think a lot of people feel that way too. He's over 40. Say what you want. You know what I mean? We don't have our own house. We don't have kids. You know, we have a used car. You know, all those markers of success. Neither of us have jobs. I consider YouTube my job. It's my priority. But for him to map out, it feels contrite for him. For me, I never really cared about those things either, so I am fine with that. That's why we get along so well. But for me, small, manageable goals are perfectly acceptable. So there is, like, for example, this weekend, for you cross stitchers out there, there's a 24-hour, no. Is it a weekend long marathon? Is it a 24-hour marathon? I only found out about it and I'm in. So I'm going to try to log 24 hours of cross stitch. I didn't manage the 24 full hours last time. I think it was 2 months ago that I did it. Don't remember. But my plan is this weekend, I'm going to work on my heaven and earth design a lot. And so I'm super excited for that. I've also got some Zoom Crafty chats set up this weekend and really looking forward to just sitting down with some friends of mine and chatting and crafting all weekend. So my goal is to have everything ready, and the only time that I won't be cross-stitching this weekend is going to be when I'm filming my floss tube video on Saturday morning. So that'll be kind of my break. But the rest of the time, I plan to be stitching. And I'm so, so happy. So happy. Okay. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much, I don't know what else to say about what I did over the time. It does feel kind of like a blur, but a lot of it I just spent cleaning my house, trying to get myself back on track and not beat myself up for whatever my brain felt like beating myself up for that day. The downside was that I feel like I missed out on a few things that were happening online, and yeah, but I was still watching YouTube and everything. Oh, and guys, so I don't know when I did this, but at some stage a long time ago, I turned off notifications of replies to comments I made on other people's videos. I went into YouTube, was it yesterday or the day before? Doesn't matter. I think it was 2 days ago. And I found it. I found the setting to turn that back on. So I finally can see when you reply to the comment I left you on your video. Oh my goodness. It was driving me nuts because I'd always forget to go back to see if that person had commented or not. There were some times where, I really wanted to see if whoever it was had responded. But it got to the point where I was like, I'm making these comments, but I was kind of making very vague comments because I could never tell when I had been responded to, and I couldn't remember however many videos I'd watch in a day. How many videos do you watch in a day? Because I watch a lot. And I think that's part of the problem as well. But, it was just... I did it. I finally did it. And it's things like that, really easy things like that, and making phone calls and taking care of my health that I told you earlier this year I was going to make a priority. and I actually am. I'm doing it. I'm not just talking about it. Action is everything. Tea. Okay, where are we? Okay, good. We're only at 40 minutes. That's fine. So how have you been keeping? I know that, like, I want to keep my channel a Rona-free place. So, you know, I'm not really going to talk about it much. There's a lot of drama happening in my town, which I've talked about with my Patreon supporters. Thank you so much if you're supporting me on Patreon. I understand how hard it must be right now. And the fact that there are people out there who still continue to support my channel monetarily baffles me and humbles me. So thank you so much. I always do weekly updates, and there's been a lot of stuff happening where I used to work. And let's just say that it's getting real over here. But I'm not going to bring that to the channel. I will talk about it on Patreon though, because, you know, it's kind of like more behind the scenes stuff, less crafty stuff. One thing that I'd really like to do though, I'd like to practice stitch with me. Like the concept of stitch with me. You know, I don't find it difficult to talk and diamond paint at all, but I do find it really, really difficult to stitch and talk. So I'm hoping that I can hone my skills, and maybe this weekend when I'm doing 24 hours of cross stitch and talking to my friends online, maybe that'll be a good time to practice. But that's something. Oh, and look for the Alice in Wonderland series, which should be coming soon. I want to know your opinion, so let me know. I'm going to actually put a note here at 42:30. Please enter the poll that's going to pop up right here on the corner. There's a little I button. Just click that. Would you like me to do the Alice in Wonderland story series and release it all on 1 week? Like one video every day, or all at once? I think all at once could confuse people, but at the same time, it means that you can listen all in a row. I don't know if YouTube would like that, but it doesn't matter what they want. It's what you all want. So basically what I'm doing is I have a series of videos that I have already produced. I've shot the video, the footage of driving in the countryside and narrating on top of that. So I'm reading Lewis Carroll's Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. And yeah, I would like to know how you would like it delivered. I will have a playlist, and I have the first part of it up already on my channel. So if that sort of thing floats your boat, I just don't want to spam you if that's not how you wish to read it. I could release one a week, all of them in 1 week, or all at once. Those will be the 3 options. If you're not into it, it's fine. You don't have to vote in the poll. But yeah. So that's something to look forward to. I'm really excited about it because I love reading. I love reading for children. I miss it. I miss doing that at school, and I especially miss teaching. I'm so sad that I'm not able to teach this summer. It is the highlight of my year, and it's been taken away from me. But that just means that next year it'll be so nice. And I'll have a lot more material. So that's good. And yeah. I don't know if there's much else. I'm trying to think because I didn't want to do a tag today. I feel like the video, oh yeah, here, I forgot to tell you about this. If you didn't see my post on my community tab, I posted up a few days ago that the video that I had intended to release, not last Wednesday, but the Wednesday before, the Wipnchat that wasn't, that finally got approved by YouTube. So you can go back and watch it if you like. If you haven't seen it already, it's all about, it's those tag questions, but it's all about YouTube. It's all about the, you know, your career is what they're talking about. And since YouTube is the thing that I'm doing right now as a job, I decided to talk about that because I don't have a career, so to say. I have applied for a job and I'm waiting to hear back when my interview is, so fingers crossed. I don't think it'll be anytime soon, but it's nice to be attempting attempting normalcy. I think this week the plan, well, sure, the week is almost half over now, but my plan is to keep crafting, keep producing more stuff for the next few weeks. And James and I, my husband and I, are thinking about camping in our backyard because we haven't, it's so funny. We purchased all this camping equipment years and years and years ago. Because we were really into it. And for whatever reason, a few years in a row, the weather was just not good. Our timing was not good. And we stopped, oh, phantom drilling. We stopped camping. And so now my husband is like, yeah, let's camp. We might as well. We're stuck in here. So I think we're going to have another barbecue and do that next week when the weather is a little bit warmer. But it actually wasn't too bad. And a few nights ago, there was supposed to be this satellite, a line of satellites that went over. Unfortunately, we didn't see the whole thing, but it was so nice to sit outside and enjoy the outdoors, you know? So, yeah, thinking about stuff like that. And I don't know, lots of gardening and stuff going on, but not a lot of, you know, I don't know. There's a lot going on, but it just feels insignificant compared to the things that other people are doing, especially for other people right now. So if you are an essential worker, wherever you are, considered essential, thank you very much. I cannot say it enough. Thank you so much for doing the things that we can't do. We appreciate you. And like, seriously, one of the highlights of my week is getting takeaway on Sunday night and talking to my dad and my mom and my grandparents, who are all in the United States. Seeing my mother-in-law once a week just to make sure that she has all her prescriptions and everything that she needs, just to see her face and smile and say that it's going to be fine. Like, these are the things that I look forward to every week right now. And the things that are going to hopefully keep me, you know, on track and feeling like a normal human being are making videos for you all to watch and enjoy and hopefully boost your spirits and make you laugh. That's all I want. So I really do appreciate all of you being here. And again, I'm sorry if it makes you feel weird or uncomfortable or upset or angry that I must say this, but my channel is meant for adults, especially adults who are over 18, just due to the nature of what I talk about quite often in my videos. So I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. You may need to find another channel to watch. For those of you who have been watching for a really long time, thank you. Thank you for all of your comments. I really enjoy reading them. Even if I'm not always able to leave you a comment back, I read all the comments and I love them all. I love hearing about what's going on in your world. And if you need to talk to someone, feel free to reach out. You can write me an email, you can write me a message on my Facebook business page or on Instagram. Just know that I may not get back to you right away, and I'm sorry. I never expected it to get this wild and crazy and big and stuff, and so now it takes me a lot longer than it used to. But with that said, next week I will be announcing another live stream, and I will be trying to raise money for my cousin again. So all of the super chats that are made during that live stream will go to his GoFundMe page, which I will link down below in this video as well, so that you can check it out before we do a live. If you feel like donating directly to his GoFundMe, I would really, really appreciate that. He would as well. You can read all about it down below. But anyway, thank you all for joining me today. Thank you for being here and diamond painting with me. Look how much we got done. We got all of that section done, which is really good. And I'm going to continue working on this in the background, you know, when I need a break from cross-stitching and knitting. And I look forward to updating you again on Saturday in my floss tube video. But with that being said, I'll let you go for today. And thank you so much. If you liked this video, I hope you know what to do. Please thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell, and I will see you on my next one. Take care, guys. Bye.